Hi, and welcome to Cooking in Mike's Backyard. Today's video is on event cooking. Tomorrow I'm having a marching band and their family over for dinner. We're going to have a barbecue. It's going to be about 80 people. So the key to surviving an event like this is planning and preparation. I'm going to do everything I need to do, or everything I can do today, so that I'll have less to do tomorrow. I mean, I have 3 smokers, but I only have 2 hands, and I can't be in 2 places at once. Okay, so we're going to be doing 40 pounds of pulled pork, 40 pounds of brisket, 9 racks of baby back ribs, 48 chicken thighs, and 3 salmon fillets. Okay, so in order to stay organized, I create a timetable. I have 3 smokers, 2 propane, 1 side burner smoker, and I have an oven I'm going to be using. I want to eat at 7 o'clock at night, so I work my way backwards for each item, setting out the steps I need to take at any given time. The reason I pick the items that I'll be making is that they actually complement each other very well. They don't overlap. I don't need to be in 2 places at once until the very end, and then I'm going to have a little bit of help. So actually, we're going to start today because one of the advantages of doing pulled pork is you can do it the day before. So we're going to start out with the pulled pork tonight, and that way I really only have to make 4 items tomorrow: the brisket, the chicken, the baby back ribs, and the salmon. This is one less thing I need to worry about tomorrow. I've done videos on all the items I'll be making today, so if you want a more detailed explanation of how to make each item, go back and watch those videos. But this video I'm just going to show you the process of doing multiple items at the same time. So I'm not going to focus so much on the recipe, but rather you'll get glimpses of each step I'm doing. But really, if you want a more detailed explanation, go back to those individual videos. All right, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to inject the hog injection into the pork butt to start the process of making the pulled pork. All right, now that the pork's all injected, it's in the refrigerator, it's going to soak in that brine for about 2 hours. We're going to cut the knuckles off the chicken for the chicken thighs. It's just one less thing I'm going to need to do tomorrow morning. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is trim and then inject the briskets. So the chicken's all prepped, the brisket's prepped. It's time to rub the pork and put it in the smoker. Okay, after we got the rub applied to the pork butts, we're going to put them in the smoker for 3 hours at 250 degrees. All right, the pork's done. It's been smoking for 3 hours. We're going to wrap it up tightly and put it in an oven at 200 degrees overnight. The pork's been resting overnight. It's time to pull it. So the pork is all pulled. We're just going to put aluminum foil on top. We're going to put it in the oven an hour before we want to eat at 200 degrees. It's time to rub the brisket. Once you've applied the rub, let them rest for a little while. We're going to put them in the smoker at 325 degrees. We're smoking with pecan. After 2.5 hours in the smoker, we're just going to pour some beef base on it, wrap it up, and put it back in the smoker for another 1.5 hours. Now it's time to rub the ribs. Once the baby backs are rubbed, you let them rest for about 30 minutes. We're going to put them in the smoker with cherry wood at 250 degrees for 1.5 hours. All right, it's time now to put the rub on the chicken and pan it up. Okay, so it's crunch time now. I'm going to hand the video camera off to my nephew. I'm going to get really busy. What we're going to do now, we're about 1.5 hours out from the time we want to eat. We're going to prep the salmon and put the pulled pork in the oven. That's probably good. All right, after the baby backs have been in the smoker for 2.5 hours, we're going to rub them with brown sugar, honey, and butter. Wrap them tightly in aluminum foil and put them back in the smoker for 45 minutes.
You have more?
Add a honey.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. Okay, I got it, man.
I got it. Sorry.
Okay.
After the chicken's been in the smoker for an hour and a half, we're going to flip the chicken thighs over and put them back in the smoker for 45 minutes.
Okay, you do it.
Next, the salmon goes in the smoker for 45 minutes. All right, it's time to pull everything out of the smoker, put it out for service. Let's see what we got going on here.
Looking good.
What? Mister.
Oh, there's your
Hi, welcome to Cooking in Mike's Backyard. Hell yeah!
All right, so the event went really well. Everyone seemed to have a great time. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, hit subscribe or hit like. I'm posting videos as often as I can. Have a good day.